I told him, I said, there's nothing to play with. That's totally going up on the wall.
It's going on the wall, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I kind of told you, I know we kind of caught you off guard.
No, you didn't. I'm always ready.
Right? That's good. That's great. So that's kind of what the project is. So let me know whenever you're ready to roll.
I'm ready.
Okay, so go ahead and...
Yep.
Okay, so hi guys, and Monica here with No Kid Hungry again for the End Hunger Challenge project. So we kind of caught everybody off guard with one.
Yes.
You know, we have to catch them as we go and make sure we get as many bands as we can. And they had no idea what we were doing, but that's great.
I do now.
Yeah, he does now, which is perfect.
And please get a close-up of his shirt before I steal it, because it's autographed.
Right.
I'll take it later.
Right, because his shirt turned around and signed by Hinder, so he's totally going to steal it.
Yes, it is.
That was for the previous interview that you guys saw, so proud of that.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
So going down the list, and I'll be quite honest, I'm not too familiar with your music, but that's why we're here to learn new music that we aren't familiar with.
You're going to find out.
So we're going to stay around and watch.
Right on.
So knowing that No Kid Hungry is a national nonprofit, but what's even better is I live in Noel, well we all do, we live 45 minutes away from here in Brainerd, and there is a Minnesota branch in Minneapolis, which I think one is local.
Yeah, we're in the Twin Cities, correct.
Right, so there's a Minneapolis No Kid Hungry branch right there.
Right on.
So we're all local, and you through this interview is helping raise 1,000 meals for ending child hunger.
Beautiful.
Specifically over the summer. So what do you think about that, knowing that we kind of said, hey, get over here and do this?
Well, actually, something you might not know is I just retired from the Air Force after 20 years, so I spent 20 years feeding the hungry worldwide.
Props.
I was in air transportation, and what I would do is when people would donate food to churches, a lot of people don't realize that, how does it get from the United States to Africa? Well, we put on Air Force transport
So
planes.
you guys are the ones that get it
I was the one who put on the pallets and pushed it out, and make sure warlords didn't take it from the people. So I was personally involved in the transport and delivery of the food for many years.
So I'm going to ask you, because that's really good. I love this, and I love when I'm doing my interviews and I learn different stuff like that rather than just saying questions over and over. My idea would be to end hunger worldwide, but realistically I know that I might not be able to do that, so I start in the U.S., of course, but knowing that you kind of transported food from here to Africa, and did you see any difference, as weird as it sound, between the hunger issues that we see here in America versus the hunger issues that they're facing as far as maybe more drastic? Or, I mean, is there a difference between what we see bringing it over there versus what we see here?
Yes, there's a difference because we're more of a modern society. So over there's not a lot of electricity. There's not a lot of money. I mean, it's almost as if it's a Stone Age. You have the Peace Corps trying to get them to learn how to make plants. I mean, it's a very almost prehistoric existence. So that's what's different. Is they don't know what to do with the food once they get it.
They don't even know what to do with it.
They don't know how to store it. They don't know how to prepare it. They don't know how to. So that's what the Peace Corps job was to do, was to kind of act as the intermediary once it was delivered, and that was really difficult for us to see.
So is there less waste though? So since your job was to teach them how to use it, but when you got it, was there less waste then?
Over time, yes.
Over time,
over time.
It's so wasteful here.
Well, I don't think what you do is. I think that the average person might be, but I think that awareness. You see a lot of restaurants who give their food to their overages, to the homeless shelters at night. I see that in big cities, things like that. That didn't exist 10, 15 years ago. So there's programs like yours bring that awareness, and that's stuff that we saw. Because again, in the Air Force, we also did a lot of charity work outside of work. And so again, a lot of people would see us as a band. They would never think, see the tattoos, but I did something like that. But I just left the military engineering.
I love that. I love those Facebook posts where you see, somebody all, inked out. By the way, we have tattoos too.
I'm like a Russian gangster.
Right? And then you judge, and then you see a doctor, and you would never assume that they're completely covered, but you just don't assume.
No, it's music, as you know, is therapy in itself. It helps people in many ways, and if it helps them, sometimes emotionally through problems. Metaphysical helped me through many things, and also now that if it helps with all these bands and us raise awareness toward ending hunger, all the better. It just shows you the power. It's not just us playing guitar.
No, it isn't. There's a different genre of music for everything, and there's a different type of music. There's what I call your anger music. When we're mad, when we're angry, there's a different type of music we're
See
listening
that
to.
when we get to
Right? Exactly. When you're happy, same, could be the same type of rock music, there's different songs, there's different exactly. So it depends upon your mood and what you're dealing with. I completely agree. When you, I usually ask people when they think of hunger, what do they think of? And that might be a rhetorical question to ask you, but for those who maybe say, you know, it's not my problem, I don't really do anything about it, it's, you know, what would you say to those who say, I don't care, it's not my problem, I don't really do anything about it? What would you say to those people who just feel that they don't need to be as active as we are?
I don't think there's really anything I can say to them to make them active. I think if I had a way of saying something to any one person to make them get involved, I think that we all would, of course. I think it takes a personal experience of being involved. So I think that what you're doing is affecting one person at a time. Whoever sees this interview, it might touch one person who then knows 10 people. It's just going to take a slow, you know, we're not going to change this overnight.
No, well, you know, I said that 2050 was the year that I was going to end, you know, hunger, and I know
But you have to have a goal.
That it's probably not going to happen. I've got 6 months to go, and of course, I'm nowhere near crushing hunger, but you have to start somewhere, and I have to feel that I have to set kind of a big goal.
You have to have a goal.
I have to have a big goal of, you know, I'm going to do this, because if I just don't have any, you know.
Well, I was demoralized seeing early on in Africa, seeing the warlords take the food. We would airdrop it and they would steal it, and that was a big problem. So then, you know, would come in. I mean, a lot of things I saw that were kind of demoralizing, but then over time it corrected itself, and you saw, you know, a difference. And then I saw the same people many years later, much instead of being razor thin, they were really, you know, more healthier, and they were getting their vaccinations, and so Doctors Without Borders working hand in hand with the food programs, and I think that all starts because we're not here in America. We're the #1 supplier. Believe it or not, I mean, I've never loaded a plane with foreign food. So
I just don't understand why we have hunger here. It just baffles me. I understand Africa, and I wish it was happen there either, but I can't understand why we have hunger here. It's just something that really gets to me. I mean, I know everybody has issues, and little things happen, and it isn't necessarily somebody who is lazy and allows it to happen. Things happen with people, but in a world, in a society here in the U.S. that has so much opportunity, there really shouldn't be, you know.
I think if you were to take that adjective and replace it with any other problem, you could say the same thing.
Very true.
Anyone who raised their hand, I would give them the shirt off. I mean, if you wanted this shirt, I'd give it to you. We fight.
I think we'd be the same way. Because
Yeah.
if somebody said, "Jade, I'm cold. I need."
You know,
I think she would be the
I
same.
would do whatever I could for anyone.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. And so sometimes it's a pride issue, and sometimes it's a mental health issue, and sometimes it's just a matter of sometimes something we can identify, but what you're doing is an outreach. That's how you do it. I mean, you're not. I think the way you have to look at it is how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Very true.
And what you're trying to solve is an elephant. You're trying to eat an elephant.
Yeah.
With solving hunger.
Yes.
And you have to eat it one bite at a time. And if your goal was to devour the elephant, you'd be kidding yourself. So you have to eat.
Like saying that I'm going to end hunger overnight. It's just it's not
And so eating it one bite at a time is solving. Anytime you feed one person, you're solving the problem. And that's how we looked at it in the Air Force. Otherwise, we'd be depressed.
Yeah. There was one day that I was really discouraged. There was, because I felt like, I don't remember what happened with the project, but I didn't reach my goal. I think I set a goal for a certain day where it would say, the Giving Tuesday, where all the nonprofits try to get as much donated to their nonprofits as possible. And I didn't reach my goal. And I was so discouraged, you know, and I felt like giving up, like I'm not making enough. And you just really feel discouraged, like, what's the point? I didn't do it, there's really no point. And you feel discouraged sometimes, but you just have to keep doing it, because I look at the kids, and it's like, Noel has kids, I have kids, and
well, my son's here tonight, he's my guitar tech, yeah.
Right, and you just can't give up for them, because what if we all give up, who's going to fight for them? And you just can't, so.
Yeah, you just got to keep pushing, and that's what a lot of these things. I think any festival will do that. Every festival has some type of outreach associated with it. We just played Loudwire in Colorado, and it had a very similar program associated with it. And, do a lot of the festival circuit shows, and we're happy to be doing it. So I'm honored to be here.
Well, I am very glad that we snagged you because obviously we are just, we didn't know a whole lot about it, but we're just going to stick around to listen to your music. And I'm glad we snagged you. And I did not know the background that I did.
Yeah, not a lot of people do.
Really, but that was good. I'm glad. I'm really enlightened and I appreciate that. So.
Well, I'm glad that he got off camera, so it won't be there when I steal his shirt. So.
Right?
Beautiful.
He's going to have to really be on guard tonight because when Hayden was on, there's been some people trying to rip off his shirt.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some bodyguards on him. Seriously. But
No, you got one right here.
She's got one too, but she's got it covered up so nobody can see her.
I'll take yours
So.
too.
She's safe. Well, maybe we can get him to add his signature on there as well.
Not a problem.
So, thank you very much for being part of the
Absolutely.
project. Another 1,000 eels raised. So
Yeah.
you have been amazing.
Thank you so much.
Everybody won.
Won.
And won. All right, won. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks. Woo-hoo.